My boss used to call me late at night just to remind me she controlled my life. She mocked my body. She humiliated me in front of coworkers. And when I finally broke and quit, she thought she'd won. What she didn't know is that 3 months later, I'd be sitting 2 levels above her, watching her panic as the company finally saw who she really was. This isn't just revenge. This is justice served quietly. And perfectly. If you've ever been trapped under a toxic boss, underestimated, disrespected, or pushed to your breaking point just to survive, then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and settle in. Because this story proves one thing. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It's watching karma do the work for you. Last year, my life collapsed faster than I could process it. My husband and I were both laid off within months of each other. Overnight, we went from stability to panic. Bills didn't stop. Rent didn't pause. And fear became a constant background noise in our lives. So when I was offered a new job, I didn't hesitate. Even though it was a step down. Even though I knew I was overqualified. Because desperation doesn't negotiate. At first, everything felt fine. The team was warm. The manager, Gary, seemed kind. It felt like a lifeline. But Gary was busy. Too busy. And instead of onboarding me himself, he handed me over to another manager. Her name was Jane. From day one, something felt off. I was supposed to act as a liaison between my team and Jane. Instead, she treated me like property. She monitored every minute of my day. My lunch breaks disappeared. My vacation days were suggested to be moved or canceled. Then came the calls. 11 at night. Saturday afternoons. Sunday evenings. Her voice always sharp. Always impatient. Always condescending. And then it crossed a line. One afternoon, during a call that had nothing to do with my performance, she commented on my weight. Said I was big for my race. I felt my stomach drop. My hands went cold. It wasn't subtle. It was calculated. I started documenting everything. Emails. Comments. Dates. Times. It became a 3-page list. Every time I pushed back, calmly but firmly, she escalated. The emails got colder. The calls more aggressive. The micromanagement suffocating. But I stayed. Because fear is a powerful cage. Then came the Friday afternoon that broke me. She screamed at me over a scheduling oversight. Something trivial. Something that could have been fixed in seconds. But I was already carrying grief from a family tragedy. My chest tightened. My vision blurred. I couldn't breathe. I broke down. I went straight to Gary. And for the first time, someone believed me. He wasn't surprised. Half of Jane's team had already quit. He immediately offered to move me under his direct supervision. I felt hope for the first time in months. But Jane wasn't done. Even from afar, she continued ordering me around. When I ignored her emails, she marched to my desk one day and loudly announced, in front of coworkers, that I wasn't qualified for my role. Labor was silence thick. Gary overheard. He shut her down. But the damage was permanent. 2 months later, I resigned. I printed my letter, stapled the 3-page list of abuse to it, CC'd everyone who needed to know. Gary tried to save me, offered accommodations. But Jane was untouchable. Her manager lived overseas. HR had received complaints from at least 5 people. Nothing happened. So I left. Loudly. Honestly. And without shame. The next 3 months were brutal. There were nights when dinner was a slice of bread. Funerals, medical emergencies, overdue bills. I applied to 5 to 20 jobs a day. Rejection became routine. Then came an unexpected notification. A public company memo. A big-shot executive, someone I'd worked closely with for 5 years, had joined my former company. On impulse, I texted him, congratulating him. We talked. I shared insights. Strategies. At the end of the call, he paused. And then asked me to join his team as chief of staff. I accepted before fear could speak. The first all-hands meeting was cinematic. A massive conference room. Executives applauding. And then my name. Introduced calmly. Casually. Jane was 2 levels below me. Her entire remaining team? Gone. She snapped. She emailed the big shot, calling me unqualified, accusing me of manipulation, claiming I tried to get her fired. He forwarded it to me and simply asked, "Do you want to explain?" We talked for an hour. I didn't rant. I didn't exaggerate. I presented facts. The team turnover. My resignation letter still logged in the system. The emails former employees willingly shared. Gary confirmed everything. By Friday, Jane was fired. I didn't celebrate. I just exhaled. For the first time in over a year, my shoulders relaxed. I hadn't destroyed her. She destroyed herself. I simply stopped protecting her lies. Justice didn't roar. It clicked quietly into place. Some people mistake power for immunity. They believe cruelty will never be counted. But workplaces remember. Documents remain. And truth waits patiently. Sometimes revenge isn't action. It's survival. If this story resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Have you ever watched karma work in real time? And as always, stay strong, stay smart, and never underestimate quiet justice.